Namaskaram girls. Now coming towards the next business house is warehousing. Warehouse, what does mean by warehouse? Warehouse is the place where one can store the goods after the production and before the use. See, for example, you can take your home. Your mom, what she will do? Suppose she will purchase the goods for a year, isn't it? So all the provisions which the month of March, April, during the month, whether the price of the commodity pulses, if it is reduced, means she will purchase in bulk, isn't it? So where she will store all the goods? In the storeroom, isn't it? All the provisions, everything she will store in the storeroom. So whenever she require, at the time she will take from the storeroom. So for example, you can take from the fair price shops. What we are doing? From the fair price shops, we are getting lot of sugar, isn't it? 4 kg, 5 kg, everything. Whether we are using all the 4 kg at a time, whether, no, it is not possible. We are getting and we are storing, we are put up in the bottle each and every whenever required. After the each and every week we are filling the bottle, isn't it? From the storeroom we are getting the sugar from the fair price shops and we are keeping in our storeroom, isn't it? All the 4 kg, 5 kg we are storing in the storeroom. When as and when required, at the time we are taking and put up in the bottle. Like the same way, not only the sugar or whatever it may be, all the provisions are stored in the storeroom. As and when required, whenever it was over, again she will fill all the bottles, isn't it? So like the same way, in the company also, there is a gap between the production and the consumption. So there is a huge time. There is a production. See, for example, if there is a factory is producing the goods and there is a consumption. See, why the factory is producing the goods? To consume, to sell the product to the consumer. So there is a huge time is available in between, isn't it? So they have to preserve the product. They have to store the product as immediately whenever the production. See, warehouse means, see what warehouse is something which is remove the availability of goods and also which is remove the hindrance of time. So immediately it is not going to consume, isn't it? Whenever we are producing the goods, immediately we are producing a bulk. So all the goods is not possible to consume immediately. So what is meant by warehouse? Warehouse is a place one can store the goods after the production, before the use. So what is meant by warehouse? Storage, or in simple term we call it as a godown. So let us know about that. Introduction part over. See, you can imagine in the village area how they will store the paddy. They will store the paddy in a pakka bin, isn't it? The very square shaped bins are there. They will store, or else they will store in the loft, or they will store in the underground. They will build some area for storage to whenever it is needed. So for when it is required, and also the place underground storage structures are used by farmers in villages to store grains, isn't it? Because of that reason, they are very safer from threat and from various external sources of damages. So such as theft, rain or wind. What are all the damages they are predicting? Theft or any wind. From the theft and wind. So they can preserve the goods. They can preserve the goods when as and when required they can take the goods from the particular area. So what are all the separate peripherals they will use? They will use the separate structure with mud that are erected as surface storage structure for food grains, isn't it? So that is called PAU, bin. Bin means that is a very big, it is a square shape bin. Bin means it is a storage, it is like a container. And also that are stored. And Pusa bin. Pusa bin also it is like looks like this. Pusa bin. Then these are all the things to store the goods used for the small scale storage of grains. And also silos. Silos means what? That is silos. Silos means that it will be like a loft. That is in the loft they will store that are used for large scale storage of food grains. So these are all the products, how they are preserving the goods. So let us move on to the lesson. This is the introduction part. Warehouse. What is meant by ware? Ware means product or goods. So what is meant by warehousing? Warehousing means storage or it is the place storing the goods, or in simple term we call it as a godown. So all the storage facilities are where it is located. See, the warehouse will be located near the factory so that they can store the goods easily without any time consumption, when as and when required. Whenever the goods is needed, they can take the goods from the godown. So what are all the goods they are storing in the godown? Raw materials, finished goods, whatever they are producing, they are going to store the goods in the storeroom or godown. Then the market is located near the warehouse, isn't it? If it is located near the warehouse, it is very easy for them to perform all the related marketing, we can do grading, standardizing, blending, mining and packing. So what is meant by the term grading? Grading means we can categorizing the goods. Grading means what? We can categorizing the goods. So if the goods is near the, if we have the warehouse is located near the market to perform, we can do the other marketing functions. These are all called as a marketing function. Grading means categorizing. Grading means categorizing. Then standardizing means we are taking the similar product. We are taking the similar product. Grading, categorizing means as per the rate wise, as per the grade wise, first quality, second quality, third quality. Then standardizing means whether it is a similar product, all the similar ISI product alone separately, and the quality, whether it is very low quality, will be separate. So blending means mixing, and mining work is called as extracting, whether we can extract something. Extracting. Packing, that is, it is, you know very well, it is loading the goods, filling the goods. So because of the warehouse, we can remove the hindrance of time. Today, because of a lot of science and technology, the storage of goods is become very easily, and also we can preserve the goods. Because of the development of science and technology has improved the ways and means of storage facility. Now let us move on to the why. What is meant by meaning of warehouse and warehousing? What is meaning of warehouse? Warehouse means what? Warehousing means what? Let us see, and let us move on to the definition. Now let us move on to the meaning of warehouse and warehousing. Warehouse is a commercial building. Warehouse, what is that? Warehouse is a commercial building. Warehouse means We are storing the goods. The goods are stored. Warehousing means it is arrangements of goods storing for future. So arrangement also, which goods is necessary in our kitchen, how your mummy is doing the inventory, which is essential, that essential goods will be accessible. Which is not essential, that goods will be, she will keep all the goods in the corner, or any other, it is not necessary goods will be according to the order wise, she will keep the goods, isn't it? So according to the order wise, which goods is necessary, which goods is not necessary, so everything she will be. So it is an arrangement by goods are stored when they are not needed immediately, that are kept in such a manner so as to protect from the danger and also deterioration. So according to the order wise, which is necessary, which is not necessary, which is useful now, which is not useful, according to that order, if we store the goods, we can protect the goods from the storage and also from the deterioration. How to design the goods? So it is a commercial building we have seen, that is how they will design the goods according to the nature of the product. Thus warehousing, they will design the warehousing. And what are all the goods? For example, the goods will be preserved, I have told now. So they are going to storing the future goods, they are going to take some preservative measures. So perishable product like fruits, vegetables, that product will be stored in a cold storage. Take for example, pharma products will be stored in a suitable temperature, and liquid products like oil, petrol, molasses, that kind of product will be stored in a tank. And grains, especially grains, are stored in a ventilated halls. So we need ventilation, isn't it? So once again, let us have a recap of warehouse. Warehouse, what does mean by warehouse? It is used to store the bulk amount of goods and services according to the need. According to the need, we can distribute among the imported and also export the goods, and it is redistributed among the consumer, users of warehouses. Who are all the users of warehouses? Business people, and also wholesalers, importers, exporters. So these customers, at last customers also agricultural farmers. So they are the users of the warehouses. So what are all the products stored in the warehouse? Raw materials, spare parts, packing materials, component of finished goods, agricultural products that is used for production and also manufacturing products, and also for all the finished products, everything will be stored in the warehouse. So this is about the meaning of warehouse and warehousing. Let us move on to the definition. See what is meant by warehouse. That definition will be given by J. Stephen. According to J. Stephenson. According to J. Stephenson has given the definition. It is a warehouse is an establishment for the storage of accumulation of goods, because why I told you these are all the goods are accumulated. We are going to keep all kind of goods. So another one thing, warehousing is accumulation of goods. Warehousing is a act of repositioning of the materials. What is mean by warehousing? Warehousing means we are repositioning the materials. That is called warehousing. Accumulation of goods is called warehouse, whereas warehousing is a repositioning of the materials, that is called warehousing. Now let us move on to the topic need for warehousing. Why the warehouse is necessary? Let us move on to the next topic. Next, let us move on to the, before seeing the need for warehousing, let us move on to the differences. Warehouse means it is a storing of goods, isn't it? What we have seen, it is a warehouse, is a place where goods are stored for future use. Whereas warehousing is a arrangements of goods according to the grade, standardization, everything according to the grade we are arranging the goods in a warehousing. Here in the warehouse, just we are holding the goods for future use. That is called warehouse. Warehousing is preserving the goods for future use. Without we are preserving, by the preserving we are preventing the goods from deterioration. Then next one we are going to know about this. All these controls are controlled by Warehousing Development and Regulatory Authority. This act was enacted. This WRDA, Warehouse Regulatory Development Authority. This all the warehouse will be supervised by this authority. And this Warehouse Regulatory Authority Development Authority Act was passed in the year 2007. It was established in the year 2007 to develop and to regulate these warehousing functions. So, warehousing industry throughout India, the warehousing function will be regulated through this WRDA. And what is the objectives? Objective of this Warehousing Development Regulatory Authority to protect the farmers, and also to improve the storage facility. Objective is to improve the storage facility. So, how many of them are getting the benefit? The benefit is given to all the producers. The beneficiaries are producers, consumers, and all the agricultural farmers. So, these are all the persons. And another one is, through this warehousing, we are getting the great deal between the intermediaries and the consumer. So, by avoiding, already we have seen in the cooperative society lesson, to avoid the intermediary, cooperative societies are there. So, here also, to avoid there is a very big deal. By cutting the deal from the intermediary, we can get the goods from the reasonable rate. So that is why the Warehousing Development and Regulatory Authority was established. Then let us move on to the types of warehouse and need for warehousing. Next, let us move on to need for warehousing. First one is mass production. The mass production is anticipated. The mass production of goods. When the mass production of goods will be anticipated, whether there is an anticipation of demand, we will produce the goods in a mass production. So the mass, which company will produce mass? The big factory, they will produce mass and modern productions. So the spread for the market, because of that reason, there is a overall spread for the market for the particular product. There is a spread all over the market. The market for the product will be very familiar. So that we are going to establish different places. We are going to establish the warehouses in the different places. So production is based on the anticipated demand for the product. Mass production of goods takes place by establishing the big factory, and also the overall market for such goods is necessary and spread all over the country. The product demand is needed in all over the country. So depending upon the demand, so want to face the demand, we are going to establish the warehouse in the different places. So when there is as and when the demand is required, we are going to supply the goods. For that reason, we are producing the goods, lot of goods. Next one is nature of commodities. Some goods are perishable in nature. So we have to consume in time to avoid deterioration, and the goods will be bad smell will come, isn't it? So to avoid this, we have to store the goods in a preservative, so that we can store the goods in a prescribed manner, so that we can extend the lifetime of the goods. Next one is, there is a product. There are products are spread over the seasonal production but regular consumption. Seasonal production, regular consumption. What are all the products are seasonal production? Seasonal production and regular consumption. You can think and tell me which product will come for seasonal production, regular consumption. You can take, for example, you can take the paddy, all the items which is produced, all the goods, wheat, sugar, pulses, these are all the products produced only in season, isn't it? So these are all the seasonal products. Wheat, sugar, paddy, all the agricultural products are seasonal products, isn't it? So we are going to use throughout the year. How can we use throughout the year? Through the preservative. So we have to preserve the product. What are all the products we have seen? The product such as wheat, sugar, pulses, all these products are only in season. But we are going to consume this product throughout the year. So proper storage facility, if it is not provided, that all these products will be perishable. So we need the proper preservative. We have to preserve the product in a proper preservative. That is called seasonal products and regular consumption. See, they are producing, wheat means they are producing a lot, and where they are storing in a ventilated halls. And sugar, they are in a season time, they are producing the sugar. Where they are storing and they are giving bulk product to the sugar factory, so that the regular consumption of sugar is possible. Then paddy also they are preserving in a well preserved manner. They are doing lot of process after the production was over. All these agricultural product must be preserved properly. Then only we can have the same quality of the product without any deterioration. If any deterioration will happen, it will become unusable. So unusable product we should not use. So this is called seasonal product and regular consumption. Then let us move on to the regular production but seasonal consumption. Next one, regular production and seasonal consumption. Certain goods are produced regularly, so but they are consumed. The production will be in full year, but they are we are consuming the goods only in season. The demand for the goods also will arise only in season. What are all the goods? Raincoat, umbrella, blanket. All these goods we are producing. We are producing regularly, but the demand for the goods the demand will arise in seasonal demand. So it is to meet out the demand, so we have to release the goods in a large quantities to meet out the demand in future. So these are all the goods. How it is possible, so as and when required, storage for we are going to store the goods for whole year. Then only we can release the goods when the seasonal demand arises. So these are all the seasonal goods. Next one is they can be released in large quantities to meet the heavy demand they can be released only in which season? In the rainy season and summer season. Then next one is proximity near production center. The goods which will be produced, the production of goods at specific centers, it will be reach the supplier in time. So in proper time the produced goods will be reached to the supplier in a proper time without any interruption. Goods will be regularly feed from the warehouse to the suppliers, so that the warehouses will be located in a different place. So these are all the need for warehouses. Proximity means near. So that we can avoid the transport waste of time. So next one is types of warehouses we are going to learn. Types of warehouses are classified into two. One is classified as one is ownership, classified under the category of ownership, and next one is based on the consumer storage, commodity storage. One is based on the classification, one is on the basis of ownership. So types of warehouses. Classified into two. One is on the basis of ownership. Another one is on the basis of commodity storage. Depending upon the basis, the classification will be vary. Commodity storage. So under this category, let us see on the basis of ownership, there are private warehouse, public warehouse, and bonded warehouse. Next one is industrial cooperative warehouse. Next one is government warehouse, institutional warehouse. Then next one is distribution warehouse. So let us see 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 type of warehouse. One on the basis of ownership, warehouse can be classified into private warehouse, government warehouse, public warehouse. So everything 7 types. Then let us move on to the commodity storage warehouse. How to store the general commodity, and next one is specific commodity and cold storage commodity. What are all the product we are going to store in a cold storage, and what are all the commodities depending upon the climatic conditions, how we are going to store. Climate storage control. So this first let us see about the types of warehouse on the basis of ownership. Next let us move on to the commodity storage. First one, private warehouse. As the name says, private, it means these warehouses, as the name itself we can clearly know that it is a private, it's owned by a single individual. And private, it means the warehouse, it's controlled and managed, owned by the individual, by the same manufacturer. So the manufacturer manufactured the goods in large quantities. So he will store the goods in his own godown. He will use this exclusively for his own purpose. So the other company will come and keep the goods. For that they will collect the charges. So these type of warehouses is possible. It's offered by the only big business people. So because it takes heavy cost of establishment and also the maintenance cost. Next, let us move on to the public warehouse. Next, let us move on to the public warehouse. This public, as the name says, the public warehouse. This warehouse provides a proper structure of all the security from the other government policies, legal policies, procedures, everything totally managed by the government, and their social service teams are providing the services. They are providing facility to the public. So these warehouses which provides the facility of storage to the public. And it doesn't matter the manufacturers provide public, manufacturers are belonging to the private or public, they must possess the license as a member in the public warehouse. So who are all the beneficiaries in the public warehouse? The small producers, manufacturers. So they can't store the goods in the, it is very impossible to store the goods. The establishment cost is very more. So that it is huge amount, they can't spend the huge amount. Because of that reason, the small farmers, small producers can store the goods in the public warehouse. The only thing, they must possess the license as a member. So they can store the goods in the public warehouse. This is basically only for the small producers and also the manufacturers. So this is all about the public warehouse. Let us move on to the government warehouse. This government warehouse is created and operated only by the government. All the policies are implemented by the government to provide service to the government warehouses alone. They are going to provide services in the government warehouse. They are implementing lot of programs of government. So their services mostly available to government only. So the organization sectors such as Food Corporation of India, State Trading Corporation of India, and also consumer warehousing. Next one is, we are going to see about corporation, Central Warehousing Corporation of India. So these are all the organizations set up which is service rendered by the government warehouse. So we are going to learn in the last topic. By the end of the lesson, we are going to learn about the government warehouse. Let us see next one, bonded warehouse. Now let's move on to the bonded warehouse. Have you ever ordered the goods from the other country? We can say you can import, other words we can have you ever purchased the goods from other country. So being a seller, not being a consumer, so as a seller, ever imported the goods, what happened? You are liable to pay some customs duty. So you are liable to pay some customs duty. It is quite obvious that the time if you are not paying the customs duty, you are not able to pay the customs duty, the goods will be kept in the bonded warehouse. After paying the customs duty, you are going to deliver the goods from the bonded warehouse. Whatever they are going to give some receipt, isn't it? Bonded warehouse, they are going to give some receipt of, with the help of bonded warehouse receipt, we can get the loan from other banks. So banks loan will be provided, we can obtain by issuing the receipt issued by the warehouse. We can use it as a collateral security. So for this, basically it is managed by the government and licensed also given by the government. Next, let us move on to the cooperative warehouse. This cooperative warehouse is managed and marketed by the marketing cooperatives and agricultural cooperatives, and they are set up for to do the welfare of all the agricultural members. So because of their members, so this cooperative warehouse is set up to welfare of the cooperative agriculture by their members. Next one, what is the example for this cooperative warehouses? National Cooperative Development Corporation. So the cooperative warehouse, see once again let us see, these warehouses are owned and managed by the marketing cooperatives or agricultural cooperatives. It is set up to provide warehousing facilities. It is set up to provide the warehousing facilities by their members. So example for this cooperative warehouses, National Cooperative Development Corporation. By this, let us wind up the class today. Tomorrow, let us see the remaining types of warehouse according to the ownership and according to the control, according to the commodity warehouse, commodity storage. Thank you, girls.